Welcome to Piplup's Corner. Welcome to Piplup's Corner. Welcome to Piplup's Corner. Look, it's Piplup and Piplup's Corner. The second episode of Piplup's Corner. Today, let me introduce myself one more time. I am Brian Greenman Rainey. I'm the host of the show. Piplup has not joined us yet. He's coming. Don't know where he is yet. As you can see, I got some new background decorations. And today's episode, and if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when all these videos go up. I'm trying to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday at approximately, noon Central Time in the U.S. It may be close to like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, but we'll see. Right now I'm trying to go for I think I set the last video for like 2 p.m. These are being pre-recorded before and then setting the videos to come out when I want them to come out. Also, hit that like button. Show me you like it, and also comment below what you think of this episode. And for the question of the day, what's your first Pokemon game? Today's episode is about my Pokemon journey. Now, let's get on with the video! My first foray into the Pokemon world was like a lot that are that are in their early 20s to before that, was Pokemon Red and Blue. As you can see, the light's fluctuating because it's the light outside. It's fluctuating. I do have lights on in here, but like I said, I started out in Kanto with the first game, Red and Blue. My first choice was Bulbasaur. I didn't particularly care for Charmander at the time, and I still really don't to this day. But usually when I start a playthrough, I had both Red and Blue at the time, and 2 Game Boys and a Game Link. I decided to a Game Link cable. I decided to transfer all the starters into one game. So really I started with Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. I like to have all 3 starters when I start a playthrough, just so I can test out the starters and see what goes on. I made it through Hoenn. I don't remember the exact ending of my team, but I remember it had a Pikachu on there. I think my team, when I beat the Elite Four for the first time, was pretty close to what Red's is when you get to the end of the Johto games, Gold and Silver. From the Red and Blue games, I went to Yellow, bought that game. I was excited because it was gonna be close to the anime, and it was. Yellow's based off of the anime, for a little lack of a better term, because you start with Pikachu. Jesse and James are bothered throughout all the games, which if you have a 3DS, you can still get these on the Virtual Console now for $10 a piece. Then from Kanto, I went on to Johto, which eventually led to my return to Kanto in that same game, where I beat all the gym leaders. So I wound up with 16 badges, and I beat Red in the end. Sorry, I had to scratch my head. And then of course I went on to Hoenn, but from Gold and Silver I went on to Crystal. Crystal, it added for the first time the first playable female character. When I first played, I decided to play as Chris. Interestingly enough, but I like the games because of Suicune is my favorite. It's my second favorite legendary. It's my favorite legendary Pokemon, and my favorite Pokemon's in the next video. You'll see. And so on. Then I moved on to Hoenn, where I think the best of the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald series is actually Emerald itself. I like that you have to face both Team Aqua and Team Magma. and that when Groudon and Kyogre are fighting, Rayquaza comes out of the sky and stops them both and dead in their tracks. I love it. Of course, I caught all the legendaries. I don't have them to this day because I wasn't sure how to transfer them. And getting all the Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow, and Gold and Silver, and Crystal into Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald could not be done at the time, which sucked. Also, because there's no wireless connections and everything nowadays, you can move everything wirelessly. So the furthest back games you can move from was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. You can move that over to Gen 4, which is the next stop in my journey, was Sinnoh. I played Diamond and Pearl. Love those games. It's my favorite region to date. We'll get to my second favorite region shortly. I'm going to do a setup of my favorite regions. And we went on to Sinnoh. Diamond and Pearl were okay games. When Platinum came out, I loved that game so much more than Diamond and Pearl. So much more. They're better games. The story's a little bit better. You got the Distortion World with Giratina. That was awesome. I stopped before the introduction. I heard about Heatran coming, but I stopped before the introduction to Heatran and Cresselia, and I heard about Darkrai. I stopped there. The systems were getting expensive at the time. I didn't have the money. Years later, many years later, after I stopped playing Pokemon for the longest time, then back in 2020, a pandemic hit. I got some extra money. I was able to pick up a Switch Lite. That's when I picked up the first Pokemon games that I've played in nearly 2 decades. Sword and Shield. From Sinnoh, I made my way to Sword and Shield Galar region, where I was introduced to a bunch of Pokemon I have never heard of before, outside of seeing the cards that I started picking up in 2019. Like Aegislash and stuff from generations 4, 5, from 5, 6, and 7 that I never introduced. I was excited for Sword and Shield. I love the games to this date. I love the fact that you can make multiple profiles on your Switch and Switch Lite and play multiple things without having to erase your team. Pokemon Home is a godsend because you can move your favorite Pokemon there, the ones you've leveled up all the way. And I still have my original Pokemon from Sword and Shield, the ones that were given to me in Home when I first linked them together, which were the Hidden Ability starters of Scorbunny, Grookey, and Inteleon. Well, not Inteleon, but Sobble, which became Inteleon. Hidden Ability Inteleon, Hidden Ability Rillaboom, and Hidden Ability Cinderace, which after the DLC that included the Isle of Armor, I gave all 3 of them their max soups, and then now they can Gigantamax instead of Gigantamax forms. But after the Sword and Shield games came out, I played them through multiple times. I have the expansion pass, so I've gotten everything from Sword and Shield. All the Pokemon, I've captured every single part of the Dexes. Missing a few forms of Alcremie, but that's about it. I even found the hard to find authentic forms of Sinistea and Poltergeist. After that, I decided to pick up a 3DS and started buying some of the other games. So the first game I played off of the 3DS was making my way, where else? Back. I went to Kalos this time. I picked up the X and Y games. I picked up X. I absolutely love Kalos. I love Greninja. Hate that his defenses suck. Don't like the design of Delphox, but it was one of the most useful Pokemon I had on my entire team. What can I say? I was the MVP of my team, even though I hate the stupid design of it. Go figure. Chespin to Quilladin to Chestnut. I'm about middle of the road on that one. I love the bulkiness of Chestnut. Chespin's cool look is cute. Quilladin looks like a big fat teenager. He needs to lose some weight. I love the beautiful scenery in Kalos. Wish that all the games could have their scenery be as beautiful as Kalos, but in the 3D world of Sword and Shield. If that helps. I'm excited for the... And then from there, I returned to Hoenn, where I played Omega Ruby. Completely through. When I went to Spear Pillar for the first time, I caught Rayquaza. Knocked out Deoxys. Oops. But I did find out that if I go back, beat the Elite Four again, go back to Spear Pillar, I can catch another I can catch Deoxys. Sorry about that. Which is fine by me. And then I made a journey to Unova for a little bit. I played a little bit in Black, a little bit in Black 2, and a little bit in White 2 just to see how they worked. Black, I'm about halfway through it. And then I decided to return to Johto in Soul Silver. Love that game. I'm also concurrently in Alola playthrough that I'm working through Ultra Sun. Now you'll see that I probably won't play Ultra Sun on this channel under the Rayman Plays tag. You'll probably see Ultra Moon, and I think Sun and Ultra Moon are the ones I plan on playing, as well as I'm going to start off with shortly a return to Sinnoh in honor of the upcoming Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games coming this November. I'm going to do a playthrough of Sinnoh, and then I'm going to go in order of the generations. It's going to be Sinnoh and probably Heart Gold for Generation 4. Generation 5, I think I've planned on playing White and Black 2. I think that's what I have planned. And then Sun and Ultra Moon. Now I have played Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, both of them. And I'm probably going to do a playthrough of one of those as well. And then I haven't decided if it's going to be Sword or Shield. I need to play through those, but we'll see. I'm going to go through all the generations. I'm still working on the catching the shiny legendaries from the Dynamax Adventures, but this has been my journey. The journey still continues because we still have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out, and then Legends Arceus in next January. What comes after that? No one knows. I've also been to the Lentil region too, in the new Pokemon Snap game. That was a lot of fun, but it gets tedious after a while. So I've kind of put it down for now, so I may go back to it and finish up the game. I have not finished it. I've beaten the story, but that's it. I've only beaten the story, not finished the game. Same with Hoenn and Kalos. Kalos I've not caught every Pokemon, but I've caught all the Kalos original Pokemon that I could find. I've not gotten all the colors of Florges. I haven't found enough shiny stones. That's why. But this has been my journey in Pokemon. It will continue in the later years, and I will probably be playing Pokemon until the day I die. Who knows what generation that's going to be. I'm 46 now. Say I have another 40 years. Pokemon goes on for another 40 years. We're looking another what? If they do one every 3 years, that's another 10, 15 generations. 15 generations being 5 years, by being 45 years. 10 generations another 30, so looking at 13 generations. So they could be on generation 21 by that time with about, I don't know, a good 5,000 different species of Pokemon. Who knows? But this has been my journey. Comment on what your journey's been like. What was your first Pokemon game? Mine was Red, Blue, and Yellow, the first generation. What got you into Pokemon? Let's discuss this in the comments below. Be nice. And as always, be cool by being you because you know what? You're awesome just the way you are. I will see you later in the next episode, my friends. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Piplup's Corner. We will see you later. Peace.